Hello, this is for CIT 371, Linux System Administration. The topic of this lecture is backups and cron job configuration. So in this lecture, I'm going to provide an overview of implementing backups and cron jobs on Linux systems. Then I'm going to go over the lab. So let's start with backups. So the term backup refers to copies of data, or a copy of data, that is created in the event said data needs to be recovered. So basically, it's just a copy that's kept secure just in case something goes wrong with a live copy and you have to revert back to a known good state. So backups are often used for user data, device configurations, and even whole systems, like virtual machines. You can make a copy of a virtual machine just in case. Backups are helpful in securing important information from data loss or corruption. An example would be like a ransomware attack hits a computer and encrypts everything. So one way to get around that, instead of paying a ransom, you can just go back to your, you can restore to a known good state with a backup. Creating backups is also crucial for maintaining business continuity because they allow for quick recovery from catastrophic events such as natural disasters, system outages, and cyber attacks. So if like an organization, the data center was destroyed by a hurricane or a tornado or something, if you have an offsite location that has a copy of all your data and systems, then it's much easier to restore from that than having to start from square one. So backups are very helpful for keeping business continuity and saving a lot of time and money. So file backups in Linux are usually created and managed with the tar utility. So this is referring to like the backing up of individual files. Linux comes with a utility called tar for that. Backups created from the tar command are called archives. So the command allows you to perform the following tasks to a tar archive. For example, you can extract files from archives. You actually did that when you're installing Git. You downloaded it as a Git archive or tar archive. So you extracted the contents of the archive and then installed the software. You can add files to our tar archives. You can delete specific files, like you can select specific ones you don't want in the archive, but keep the archive. You can avoid deleting the archive, but only remove certain files from it. You can update the existing files, like if you want to use, if you have the same file in the archive, but you have updated it and it's a live copy, you can update the archived copy to match the live one. And you can list the current contents of archives, and you can combine multiple archives into one, all with the tar utility. Now, separate from file backups are system backups. That's when you're backing up an entire system, everything on it. So there exist multiple commercial and open source methods for backing up entire Linux systems. This Vincent article will list a number if you're interested in looking into that. But Linux comes with a built-in one called rsync. This is used to send files and directories to other Linux systems and keep them synchronized. An article lists some other utilities called Bera, DD, and SCP. SCP is like secure copy. It's used for files in general, but you can also copy entire systems with it too. So there's multiple ways to back up Linux systems. So let's now talk about cron jobs. So cron jobs are jobs scheduled to run automatically by the cron utility in Linux. So basically, if you have a certain task, or if you have a certain script or command you want to run in a certain schedule, that's what you turn to, is the cron utility. So basically, you can set it to run like every day at a certain time. You can set it to like once a week, certain days of the month or week, certain like one day a month. There's all sorts of ways you can configure cron jobs to run at certain times. So the cron utility does all this through the cron tab file, or a cron tab file, which contains special codes used to make a provided command or script run in a specified interval. Cron jobs are useful because they help automate important system administration tasks. So for example, if you want to run a system update command once a month, you can put that in a cron job. If you want to create backups, cron tab, and you can put like a command in a cron tab, set it to run at a certain day and time, and then it'll keep doing that by itself without you having to do it. So to create a cron job, you need to run the cron tab-e command. This allows the user's cron tab file to be edited. So each user in a Linux system can have a cron tab file. So the interval by which the cron job is then specified with a 5-character code that has each character separated by a space. So In other words, cron tabs are scheduled through the use of these special codes that use special certain characters. So that they specify the minute, the hour, the day of the month, and the week, the day of the week. So there's various numbers you use. You use a numeric code to schedule things. So if you want to ignore a value, the asterisk is used. So here's an example below. So we have number 0, 7, asterisk, asterisk, then 1 dash 5. Now, what this does is runs this tar command to back up the student folder, the home/student directory, at 7 a.m. every month from Monday to Friday. So here's how this works. So the minute, we don't want to specify a minute. We just say 0. It's the 0th minute of the hour. We want the 7th hour of the day to be specified, so we put a 7 here. We don't care about the day of month or the month. We want it to run every month, so we put asterisk there to ignore those values. Now we want it to run Monday to Friday. Now every Monday to Friday at 7 a.m. So we put 1 to 5 to represent days 1 to 5. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Okie dokie. Lab overview. So this lab will focus on working with backups and cron jobs. You'll create a test backup to allow you to practice with the tar utility. You're going to write some extremely brief scripts and schedule them to run with the cron jobs. I will note they're probably only like one line. I give you probably either indicate what to do with the line or give it to you. So you don't have to worry about that. The scripting's not complicated. Just remember your shebang at the beginning and remember to make the script executable. As with similar labs, like the system troubleshooting one, it's just going to be multiple prompts followed by you needing to provide a command, and you're going to need to look them up. That's really all there is to this lab. But thank you for watching. I appreciate your time. If you need help, just please reach out. Hope you have a great day.